Mini episode 1263 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Hello and welcome to FDH Lounge mini episode 1263. I'm FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our preview of Yellowstone episode 3.9. Here's our top 5 notes of interest heading into the season's 9th episode. Number 5. A week after seemingly nothing mattered in the grand scheme of things, everything accelerated on all fronts. We predicted that the last 3 episodes of the season would be jam-packed. So far we're right, and there's still too much unresolved for us to be wrong in the end. And that's without even mentioning the standalone element of this past episode, Monica's heroic takedown of the reservation's evil predator. Presumably that moment will lead to more trust between her and Case, but who knows with those two. Number 4. Jamie's not turning on the family, yet anyway. He was very earnest in his dealings with his brother, and honest in his advice about how the family has no choice but to take the developer's offer. All 3 living siblings seem to agree on this point, which is pretty much unprecedented on this show. Number 3. Beth's self-serving use of her company perch to do the family's dirty work probably got her fired, taking away one of the last bullets in the Dutton chamber. The only reason that we didn't see this coming is that, frankly, it was too obvious a plot twist for a show like this. Of course, the much bigger company is going to be able to fend off and then go after a smaller antagonist. And just in case we're tempted to feel badly for her personally, she treated her assistant like crap and fired her purely out of frustration. The writers really deserve respect for writing such a complex character that they're not afraid to look like an a-hole, even as they write her a sympathetic backstory. Speaking of a-holes, the tough-as-nails Angela Blue Thunder could provide reinforcement for Beth, and in so doing, she might be the last hope for the entire family right now. Number 2. The side war with Wade Morrow already led to bunkhouse blood being shed in the creek, and now more violence could lie ahead. Rip is now shaking in his boots because Walker is back and able to threaten everyone at Yellowstone with what he knows, up to and including the murder that Jamie committed. Of course, as we mentioned last week, Rip doesn't know that Jamie tricked Beth into getting sterilized, so he's still going to be inclined to protect his future brother-in-law at all costs. We don't know if Teeter and Colby survived the attack in the creek, but either way, there could be more heartbreak coming to the Yellowstone family. The internet is thick with rumors that Rip is going to be killed off by the end of this season. If you think that Beth couldn't hate Jamie anymore, think about if her fiancé gets killed trying to protect his vile secret. Number 1. John's seemingly out of options, but he still won't sell any of the ranch. The scenario that Beth laid out is as stark as it gets. What could the family do at this point to fight off the power of billions of dollars, especially now that Beth's kamikaze mission against the developers has imploded spectacularly? This show doesn't exist past the point when the Duttons control Yellowstone, so the writers have backed themselves into a corner. Either they invent a slingshot big enough for David to take down Goliath in a manner that is believable, or take this show into Season 4 on one big contrivance. The entertainment factor will be there either way, but let's hope that we can all keep watching without an inability to suspend our disbelief. Thank you for joining us for this mini episode of the FDH Lounge.